Well, we've come a long way together on this course, haven't we? And we haven't even touched the bonus chapters yet. Now, these bonus chapters focus on many different aspects of the world of the voiceover, and I'm sure you'll find these chapters interesting and useful in your work. But when it comes to earning a good, solid income, you really have to take this matter seriously, and in this chapter, I'd like to give an overview of how you would generate clients and how to boost your income as a professional voiceover over time. I do have another course that goes into this in enormous detail. It's on Udemy, and the course is called Voiceover Marketing: Get More Jobs in Less Time. So this chapter is a sort of a greatest hits of that course, but if you really are serious about getting a six-figure income, or even more, becoming a world-class voiceover talent, I really recommend that voiceover marketing course for you. First of all, I have to say it's absolutely essential, once you've set up your studio and you're ready for business, that you create a clean, easily navigable website and start making decent showreels to put on it. Seek out any professional voiceover on the net. You'll find more than just one showreel on their website. Now, this is because most voiceovers are hopefully more than just one-trick ponies. In fact, the more styles of voice and accent and character you can perform, the more work you will get. But as well as the different types of voices, you'll also need to put together showreels that are based around the scripts of different types of work. So, if somebody is looking for a voiceover to appear on hard sell TV commercials, I don't want to hear your documentary work, you know? If somebody wants to hear an award ceremony voiceover, welcome to the stage, they don't want to hear acting, you know, in a video game. So there are obviously lots of different categories here. Now, I'm a sort of flexible voice. I'm very lucky. I've done lots of different types of jobs over the years. So my own list of showreels is long. It's about 30 at the moment. You're welcome to go to my website, check out the latest ones there. It includes character voices, posh, upper-class British wizards, Santa voices, and so on, as well as a load of straight narration voices. You'll see there are three different types of corporate. There's an awful lot of corporate work out there, but people want different styles. But those corporate styles are all subtly different, but importantly different. Some clients like the serious and deep corporate voice style. Some scripts call for more of a passionate read, or some almost want the information in almost documentary style. But you see, even if you've got a style of voice where you could be reading any type of words, it's best to create separate showreels for different types of content, because it shows you've had experience in this area. And also, you can show off that you know how to pronounce certain words or acronyms in that field. So on my own voiceover website, I've got a showreel just for medical work, pharmaceutical work, one for science, one for industrial. I'm not saying that you should try and fill up all 30 or more of these slots straight away. Just, I'm here to make you aware that you will never stop learning, getting experience, and updating those showreels to show your latest work. But now, what happens is, I'm always asked this, if you haven't got the latest work in any of these categories, if you're just starting off, what have you got? Can you make stuff up, record your own scripts? Yep, of course you can, as long as you don't give the impression that you actually did the jobs for people. At the end of the day, the client's listening in order to hear your voice. They want to choose the right voice for their project. They want to match the right voice for the script they have. It's best, in a way, not to even mention brand names at all, if you don't have to. It won't really impress whether you've actually done the job or just made up the script. But you see, what if a client's interested in using your voice and finds on your showreel you're talking about their main rival? So the whole purpose of a showreel is to show the style of voice you can offer, and ideally the style of voice reading the type of material that the client is looking to record. So, who would make your showreels? Plenty of professional producers out there. You just Google showreel producers. They're all out there. They all offer their services, but please be very wary. Many will charge quite a large amount of money to do something that you could probably do yourself if you've got a good sense of internal feedback. Now, what does that mean? Well, in other words, are you the sort of person who can record something and know if it's good, or really should be done again, or need to have parts re-recorded, or you said that word not quite right, you know? There's no shame in not having good internal feedback. Many good voiceovers work with a partner who may share some of the technical work and editing, admin work, whatever, but can also give good editorial feedback when you're behind the microphone recording. That's a great relationship. But maybe you're the type of person who likes working on their own. You know exactly when something is good and when something is bad. And particularly after doing this course, knows Adobe Audition well enough to have the confidence of putting together their own show reel, editing in it, adding music and exporting it and doing all the technical stuff as well. Now, when you're recording and editing your show reels, keep in mind the earlier chapter about saving different versions of VoiceOver files. There are some clients and VoiceOver websites who absolutely strictly insist there is no music mixed on VoiceOver show reels. So make sure you have versions of your finished reels without music and also some with music. A pain, but honestly, if you don't do that, you will be bitten in the bottom. I think for general show reels where you're not asked, a bit of music isn't bad at all. It helps the atmosphere of the voice, especially if your voice is slow, atmospheric, or dramatic.
The right elements in the right structure, exposed to the right catalyst, can transform opportunities into lasting prosperity. We believe the formula for financial success comes from strategically balancing innovative investments with trusted revenue-generating assets. In the life of every great company, there comes a time to change, to make big moves.
You know, a voice in that style sounds sort of lost without backing music, doesn't it? Remember not to mix any commercial music with your VoiceOver recordings, as it may get blacklisted by search engines. So use a commercial-free library. The one I subscribe to is good value, quality not bad at all. It's audioblocks.com. Check that one out, but there are plenty of other ones out there. Just go for the one that you think would be the best value for the kind of work you're going to do. And when you're mixing your music using the multi-track facility in Adobe Audition, remember not to mix the music too loud. After all, you're showing off your voice, not the prowess of the composer of the music, are you? The music's only there in the background to give the whole show reel a bit of atmosphere. And don't make the mistake of starting with music and then your voice starts like 5 seconds later. 5 seconds is a long time when people are listening to show reel after show reel. They want to hear your voice right at the outset, okay? So what's the duration of an average VoiceOver show reel? We're talking about 1 minute, no more than 60 seconds. After all, you don't want your potential client to spend all their time listening to other material you've recorded for other people. You just want them to say, that voice is good, that voice has potential, wonderful. They just want to see that you're a professional, they like your voice, and then you want them to contact you with the actual script they want recording. And this is so important. And you will, of course, once you've got the actual script that's in the offing, offer to make a free custom demo. A custom demo is absolute dynamite. When a client first hears their own script read by a professional voiceover in a decent studio and not by a robot voice or by, I don't know, their copywriter in a busy advertising studio office, they're often bowled over and think, wow, and they often give the work out straight away. So if you get an inquiry, reply fast. Always offer to record an excerpt of their actual script if they send it through to you, and do it. Now, by the way, some scripts are confidential. You may need to sign a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. Don't worry about this, it's just agencies and organizations protecting themselves. You as a voiceover artist, you really aren't going to go to their rival company or start posting this confidential script on the internet, are you? You just want to record their script and get paid for it. Most of these NDAs are quite generic. Just read it carefully. If you agree, sign it and return it. You don't need to hire a lawyer. You really don't. So if the duration of an average show reel is about a minute, is it just one script for a minute? No. Ideally, there'll be various subtypes of read within one show reel. If you go to my own website or other professional voiceovers play their show reels, you'll often find 10 to 15 seconds of one excerpt followed by another one. So you'll get about 4 or 5 separate clips all butted together in one show reel, but all under the umbrella of that particular style of voice and or of job type of script, okay? Now, make sure your show reels are listed on your website in a clear, easy to find manner. Also, of course, have them on your own computer system so that if someone sends you an inquiry by email, you can simply send back the appropriate showreel if they haven't found it on your website yet. And please make sure that people will find it easy to download them, either individually or a whole group. Make sure the individual files also have your name in the file. It's amazing how many people don't do this. They forget such a simple thing. Just call it the name of it, like corporate passionate _ your name, all right? Then the end client has an awful lot of demos they've found from various voiceover websites. They've got a session, they're sat down in their office with maybe colleagues, they go through them all. Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? You know, but you know, they find your one that they like, but you haven't put your name on it. And they can't remember your name because you didn't name your showreels. So don't forget that. When you get more experienced, you will start making voiceover recordings for TV commercials, promo videos, and documentaries. So with the permission of the producer, you need to start putting clips of these videos or the whole commercial on your website as well as YouTube. This will impress, make the whole website look much more attractive. The other essential thing to put on your website is, of course, your clear contact details and also the country you're in. So it's clear what time zone you're in. I'm based in the United Kingdom. I tend to get directed sessions from Australia and New Zealand very early in the morning, from my own country during the day, America and Canada in the evenings, California late at night. So sometimes my days are long, but hey, it's worth it. And once you've got your website set up with your showreels, how do you generate business? This is the big question. Well, many people start by posting on existing websites which feature voiceovers. Now, here you will, of course, be competing with lots of other voiceovers. Sometimes the website will charge you for being on their site. These are so-called pay-to-play websites. Voices.com, Voice123, Bodalgo, so on. Before you spend your hard-earned cash on any of these sites or even start putting your profile on a free website, you need to suss out the competition a little bit, right? Just be smart before you do anything. For example, on the Fiverr website, Fiverr.com, many voiceovers make a good income almost just on this. So how do they do this? Well, pretend you're a buyer, all right? Go on the site, pretend you're a buyer, search for voiceovers, have a look at their ratings, look at the style of jobs they've done, what they actually have produced, listen to their showreels. Now pretend to order something from these top-rated voiceovers. Click through without actually paying at the end unless you really want to, and see their pricing structure. You'll start to notice that the most successful voiceovers on the Fiverr site don't actually sell anything for just $5. That's perfectly legal, no problem at all. So don't let the Fiverr name put you off. I'm still on there. I did do some stuff in the early days. I don't have much time now, but I've earned 105,000, have I? This is, here we are. This is what I've got so far from it. And yeah, I don't sell anything for $5, never have done. So try emulating what the successful voiceovers have done on that platform. Look at their photographs, the way they lay out their stall, and of course listen to the types of voices they can offer. Maybe you have a particular talent to do a style of voice or a great accent, all right? Differentiate yourself, very important here. So create a job that's just called that, if you like. For example, there can be a separate job on Fiverr or other sites called Cockney Geezer, authentic voice, or English with a genuine French accent, or a German accent, or something like that. Again, you have to pretend you are a customer and look through the website, looking for a voice like yours to look at the competition. Keywords are important here, and if you need help, find someone who knows SEO. I have another short course just on selling on Fiverr, and you're welcome to check this Fiverr marketing course out if you're interested. But you know, the best way to get work as a voiceover is with direct contacts, because you get repeat business here. I am not unique in getting about 80% of my work from direct contacts. These are people who do come back again and again and again and again. They don't bother going on voiceover directory websites to seek out new voices when they know that you did a great job for them last time with that style of script, and they know you will deliver this time. They have the confidence that you can interpret the script, you will deliver in a timely and efficient manner, and charge a fair fee. Good, eh? So, where do you find your clients? Where do you start with this? Anywhere that English is spoken, plus anywhere that English is needed. That's anywhere. Yes, you're right. English is an international language. We are very lucky. It could be any country of the world. Even though I'm based in the United Kingdom. Well, they're not quite united at the moment, but anyway, England. Most of my work is from overseas, and I enjoy making English versions of existing non-English projects. It's good fun. I love it. I do a lot of tourism narrations as well. You know, when you're anywhere in the world, you're on holiday, on vacation, you go into an art gallery or museum, and you're given headphones. No matter what country you're in, I bet you'll find an English option on the machine you're given. And in a few hundred of these places around the planet now, and mostly in Europe, you may well hear my voice when you click the English button. This type of work is also very educational. I have learned an awful lot about various things in museums around the globe. So, you know, don't just think that you have to get work in your own local country. Think English is needed worldwide, even English with an accent, even English of your particular type. All types of voices are needed. You will never realize this, but honestly, it's true. You don't have to have a posh voice or a nice voice or anything like that. Everyone has their place. Voiceover productions are needed by all sorts of different people. And by the way, it's not just the obvious ones like advertising agencies. In fact, you could be wasting your time trying to target specific advertising agencies. Most ad agency TV and radio production work sent out to specialized companies who do this, unless the agency is so flippin' huge they have their own internal department doing it all. So Google comes into its own here. You simply need to type in production company along with a name of a place. But many other voiceovers will of course be doing the same. So you have to be clever here. Try typing in production company in a different way, such as maker of TV commercials or radio commercials, production studio, voice-over recordings, media production, and so on, right? Then don't just look on the first page or two of Google. The production companies on page 10 or page 20 will be looking for voiceovers as well, and their money is just as good as the people on the top page. You might like to look at a website called millionshort.com. Heard of that one? Very, very useful. Here you can put in a short search term and ask for the results be creamed off. In other words, you want all the results, but without the first 100, 1,000, or even the first million taken off. I'm not quite sure you'd actually need that, but here you'd find all sorts of different production companies, many of the voiceovers looking for work that, you know, would not have even found themselves. So you're looking for people who haven't been targeted by everybody else. Now, once you've contacted a production company, an individual producer or an agency by email or even by phone and then a follow-up email, and you've interested them in your work with a good, clear link to your website where your showreels can be downloaded and heard, they may well put you on their books and you'll get your first jobs from them. I'm sure you understand that you will need to do a very good professional job. You respond to the client quickly, even if you can't record the actual script straight away at that moment when you get the email. But just reply, say, I will get to this, I promise to do this in 2 hours, or I'm on my way back to the studio, or something like that. That way, they will absolutely love you and certainly keep you in mind for another suitable job in the future. Your aim is to get repeat work so that you hardly need to do extensive marketing at all, just a bit of topping up every month or so. Anyway, I've just scratched the surface of what you need to do to become a successful voiceover with really decent income coming in. And if you're interested in finding out more, I suggest you look out for my course that looks at voiceover marketing in more detail. You'll find it on Udemy and other places. So good luck. But you know, it's not just luck, is it? As many famous and successful people have said over the years, the harder you work, the luckier you get. So work hard, think clever, be efficient, and you will be successful. No matter what type of voice you have, what accent, what sex, what age, the types of jobs you want to do, the world is very, very, very big. Media world is expanding all the time. There are people out there who will absolutely love your voice and the way you work. Your task is to find them. They're out there somewhere.